tell us, how can a school integrate SLIC into its regular curriculum?
It can be done very easily. A great way to set the tone is to have a skill fest at the beginning of the term, where the child can demonstrate his or her skills to the peers and the teachers. If it cannot be done as a key stage, you can still do it during the circle time within the classroom. The whole key is to be able to recognize the skills, celebrate and learn from each other. Then from there the children vote, and the skills that get selected can be taken ahead during the term as a student-led interest center.
Would you say that it's mandatory for every child to lead a SLIC?
Not at all. It's a completely voluntary idea. Having said that, it's important that as a teacher, you nudge the child to be able to even recognize their interest area. Especially in today's times when parents are very eager, to take them for different classes and giving them exposure, and the child might not really know what is it that I like. So this process in fact sows the seeds in their mind to recognize and identify their interest area, which you never know might become a passion in future for them.
What's the ideal number of students to have in a SLIC?
In our experience, the ideal situation would be one child leading 10 participants in each of the learning centers.
In your experience, are children able to lead the interest centers on their own?
I believe if the child has the natural inclination, they can lead the interest center, but you can't just leave them alone. A teacher does play an important role in this journey, be it in terms of planning with them, doing reflections to become better, as well as during the session, where you are helping them with the resource management, classroom management. So you're more like a co-teacher who is there for them and just scaffolding them when required.
I'm wondering, since the older children might have better honed skills, do you find them leading the interest centers more often?
Age has nothing to do with competency. We have at times seen the younger ones having better skills as well as ability to lead the center. But what we have as a practice is to have a pair running the center, where one is a mentor and the other is a mentee.
Interest centers can you have in a year, and for how long does each last?
We have each interest center for a month with around 8 sessions, 4 for planning and 4 for implementation. Now, at any given month, you could have 3 interest centers running simultaneously, and which means typically having around 12 interest centers in a term. Now, at the beginning of term 2, you have a fresh skill fest, and students get the opportunity to vote for which ones would they like to be part of. We have, of course, also had instances where there has been an interest center conducted exceptionally well, and students want it again and vote for it. And if it's voted, it's conducted.
How do you plan the reflection sessions for the SLICs?
After every session, the teacher sits with the facilitators and reflects on what went well and how can you make it better. At the end of 4 sessions, even the participants sit and give feedback to the facilitators. And what I've seen is that this really helps the children to understand how to take feedback and how to give feedback. I as a practitioner have also witnessed, to see how the children through this process have learned the skill of reflecting, refining, presenting and even managing their interest center.
Forum, can you share 3 do not forget tips for a school keen to start SLIC?
Sure. What's very, very important to not forget is first, start with bite-sized sessions. Have your interest centers within the class. And once it takes the roots, you can always go to the entire key stage. Second, very important is to ensure that the student's choice and voice becomes your focus. Be it on what skill they would like to share or which interest center they would like to be part of. And finally, never forget reflection, because it is that element which helps them to hone their skills.